back to 5 Minutes of Finney, and I am up for a rant. So, what is more important to you? The marketing of the beer or quality control of what is in the bottle? So, recently I've come across a bit of an issue, and I just kind of want to discuss it. So, I find that a lot of newer breweries are spending more money on the marketing of their brand. And yes, the brand is quite important. It's extremely important. And you should have, you know, the brand, the logo, the bottles, it all makes sense. And the tap handle and whatnot, so that people can identify you right away and they know what they're drinking and they can go look on a shelf and be like, oh, I want to, buy that because that looks really, really good and that looks interesting and I'd like to try it. And so marketing is huge. Yes, obviously it is. But that's not the only thing, to be honest. It's not. So I understand it, but the quality control of your product is huge, huge. And I don't care what is on the outside of your bottles. If I go and I'm like, oh wow, this bottle looks great, and then I go and I try what's inside that bottle, and there are technical flaws with that beer. Sorry, but the problem is then I've gone and I've had multiple beers from the same brewery, and there are technical flaws with multiple beers from that brewery. And yes, sometimes a few of their beers are fine, but then it doesn't matter because, to be honest, those beers they're going out in the marketplace and people are trying them, and it's hurting your reputation to have beers that have issues with them on the marketplace. And I don't understand why breweries are not taking more um, pride in what they're putting in the marketplace. Yes, I understand that you want to get a lot of product out there and you want to be seen and it's important to like get your name out there, but you want to have a good name as well. Like, so to put out a beer that is low quality and has problems with it and I pour down my sink is not a good idea. And it actually hurts your reputation, especially when it's not one beer, it's two beers, three beers. Um, that's an issue. There are consumers that won't know that there's an issue with that beer, and they might drink that beer, but there's a lot of consumers that will. And you're hurting your name, your reputation by doing so. And you might have a few good beers in the market, but I'm going to be less likely to go buy your newer beers because I have now been, turned off by your beer. And I'm turned off to want to spend money on your beer because there's a good chance I might have to throw your bottle down the sink and not be able to drink it. And it's quite different than me going and getting a bottle of beer and I might not enjoy it. It might not be something, it might be too bland for me, or I might not enjoy it because of whatever. It's just not my style or whatnot. But if there's nothing technically wrong with it and I can actually drink the bottle and I don't have to pour it down my sink, then at least I know that I've spent that money and I can still drink the beer. And that is huge, huge. So, like, there are breweries out there, and, they might have beers that I might not be fully into. They might not be what I'm looking for in a beer. But at the end of the day, they're still putting out quality beers. Beers that I know if I had to go and I was in a pub and that was what was there, I would be fine to drink them because I know they were good quality. And that's important. You should take pride in putting out quality beers under your name. And it's not as big to put out a bunch of different new beers as it is to put out a bunch of beers, or not even a bunch, a few good beers, a few good men, I don't think there are such a thing. But anyhow, that's the point. The point is that I'm trying to make is that, like, it is so much more important to, like, yes, to market your name, and yes, to make pretty labels, and yes, to have good artwork, and yes, to make yourself stand out above the crowd, but also to make sure that that product that is inside that bottle or can is a good quality, technically right product that does not have faults. And there should be quality control. And why aren't you tasting every bottle that goes, or not every bottle, but every product that goes out before you take it to market? Why the fuck not? What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. Because in the end, you're hurting your reputation. You're hurting your brand. And that is bad marketing. So you're actually hurting the whole amount of money that you spent on marketing by doing that, which is just silly. Just fucking silly. So, yeah. I realize I'm ranting a lot, but it's kind of pet peeve of mine because I love to be able to support, local breweries and try all different kinds of beers, but it is a huge turnoff when I'm trying beers and I have to pour them down the drain and I get sad about it and I feel bad that I have to tell somebody that there's technical fault with the product and I just feel horrible about it. And there's breweries where I might not like a few of their beers, and I might not be a big fan of most of the beers they produce. But in the end, if there's nothing wrong technically with their product, then I'm okay with that because they just might not be producing beers that are my type of beer, and that's fine. Because we all have different taste buds. We all have different tastes in beers, different things we like, and that's cool. But for me, like, I think what's more important, and what I'm trying to say, is that I don't have to like your beer. And that's not, the most important thing because we all are different. What I want is for quality control and for beers that have faults to not make it to the market. Just take a bit of pride. That's all. So, yeah. Maybe I'm preaching to the choir, but anyhow. That is my rant for tonight. And yes, I think I've probably gone on a bit too long. So, that's it for me. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I hope I didn't offend too many people, because I probably did, because I normally do. So, yeah, if there's a topic you'd like to hear about, let me know in the comments. All right, cheers up.